Am I the only one, or does everybody else feel like this world is getting darker and darker and more evil every day? Like, it's crazy. I mean, everything that's already been on, and I'm sure things that happen every day that, the news doesn't broadcast or we don't know about. But that young female, that poor innocent girl, just leaving work, going home, gets stabbed for no reason, so helpless. And then this whole Charlie Kirk thing. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand, and it's so heartbreaking because, for one, I mean, the whole girl thing getting stabbed, that's another story that's heartbreaking. Nobody helped her. Like, I just couldn't imagine. She literally looked at her killer. Like, she's sitting there dying, and she looks up, and that's the last person that she's seen is the man who killed her. Nobody helping her, nobody around. Like, that's just sad, sick, disgusted. And then the whole Charlie thing, like, his wife, his kids kiss him and say, oh, good luck, love you, see you later, we'll see you in a little bit whenever this thing's over. And, like, that wasn't the case. It just, I don't know. I was laying in bed last night, I have 3 kids of my own, and I just couldn't imagine, like, I don't know. His poor wife and kids, that's his job. He left to go to work. Whether they were home, whether they were there, I don't know. But you kiss your man and tell him that you love him and to have a good day and that you'll see him later and what's for dinner, what do you want for dinner tonight? And don't get me wrong, I know that this happens. I mean, they tell you all the time, like, you never know when your last day is. You never know if you walk out of your house if you're ever going to return. Like, that sits heavy with me. So yeah, that could, but back to what I was saying, and the kids, love you, daddy, see you later. For them to not have him back over such a senseless act. You don't have to believe in the same beliefs as others. You don't have to agree with what they say. But nowadays, the killing is absolutely, it's evil. It's literally evil has taken over America, has taken over the universe. It's crazy. And what gets me even more is I love my kids to death. Love them. I have 3 kids. They are my world. And I would never, I'm not saying this like I regret having kids, but if I would have known that this is what the world was coming to, I probably would have, I don't know if this is the right word, but like been selfless or not been selfless maybe, and not had kids. Because raising them in this world, no matter how much you teach them to be kind and respectful, and you raise them a certain way. But like that innocent lady, like, she was getting off work. That could have been any of our kids. They go off to college or whatever, they have a job, or even just leaving school, and they leave, and what happened to her happened. Like, that's the sad thing. No matter how much we raise our kids, there's always going to be those people who do these senseless crimes. And I don't know. I have my own thoughts on everything. I feel, and I don't want to talk bad about it, I guess, but in America, like, I feel like our punishments for crimes like this, like that guy, I don't even know the whole details. I know that he had like a bunch of charges. He literally should have been behind bars. Our system is so corrupt. It's just, what happened to the eye for an eye, things like that. Like, these people, even with the whole, Idaho murder. I mean, I know he didn't really have a crime, but mental health is huge. And if these people have any signs or they're getting help for their mental health, I feel that they should be not locked up, but somewhere to where they're not in population to where all this is happening. Like, okay, I'm getting like really, it's just sad. It's really sad, and it's scary. Like, I'm even scared just sitting here in my car. Who knows if there's someone watching me and is gonna, do. All right, I'm getting like really off topic. What this video was supposed to be about is just that, like, we've got to come together. There has to be a stop to all of this. If you don't like somebody, you don't like somebody. Listen, there's a lot of people I don't like, but I'm not going to go out and do all this stuff that everybody's doing. Like, what happened to, I mean, even back in the day, little fights, you would get into a little fight, push and shove, and get your anger out, prove like, oh, okay, I'm the better person, whatever. I don't even condone fighting, but it's gotten like way out of hand, and something needs to be done. Punishments need to be more serious. There is no reason that stuff like this should happen and get a slap on the wrist and get out, and then next thing you know, something more. Now you stab somebody, then you get arrested, then you get a slap on the wrist, then you get out, next thing you know, you kill somebody. Like, I don't know. But we need kindness. We need love. Raise your kids the best way you can. Like I said, I mean, we can raise our kids a certain type of way, but there's always going to be those others out there that have mental issues or whatever's going on. Just love one another. I mean, you never know when your last day is, and this should be something that hits you hard. Like, when you kiss your kids and tell them, goodbye for the day, like, ugh, I don't know. But it's just a sad, sad world we live in. So sad. And my prayers go to his family. Ooh. I couldn't imagine what his wife's going through. Raising kids is hard. And to do it alone due to the fact of somebody being so evil is just, it's sick. And then all these videos going around, like, thank God his kids are young right now and don't get to see that. But could you imagine, like, teenagers seeing their dad? That's what happened to their dad. I don't know. It's just sad stories. So yeah. But oh, and one more thing. It's kind of off topic since I kind of started this in the beginning, but back to the young woman who got stabbed. Like, all the people that sat around and didn't help, I feel should be held just as much as accountable. Whether they could have saved her life or not, you don't let someone sit there and suffer. Like, that's someone's child, someone's sister, I don't know, someone's mom. I don't really know, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. For you guys to sit there and see what happened, you knew that the killer was gone. He got up and walked away. You saw him walk away. Why couldn't you help the poor girl? Why did nobody attack him? Like, he has a little pocket knife. You're telling me you can't come up from behind and, like, do something? Thank God he was caught. That's a good thing. But those people around to just watch her, there's no way. Y'all, we've got to do better. We've got to. That is absolutely sickening that you just watch her collapse on the ground. Like, not even help or anything. Thank God for the man who did what is like a minute and a half. I mean, which that scene, that is fast, but I'm sure when you're in that moment, like, it feels like 10 hours. So thankfully he did go and do something, and then all the others helped, but it shouldn't have been like that. That woman that was sitting right there across from her, no, that would never, ever happen if I was there. Not at all. But that was another topic that I had to get off my chest. All right, so that's it. I'm done. I'm done venting. I'm done getting emotional. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk with y'all later. Bye.